Well, we can probably expect a continued reiteration of the Israeli government's motive or war plan. We know Benjamin Netanyahu has been saying going into that war cabinet that Israel's war with Hamas could continue for many more months. He also said that he is resisting international pressure to scale back the operation until Israel achieves absolute victory, in his words, over Hamas. And those are words I'm sure that will concern many diplomats in this region who are calling for Israel to lay out a timeline or a framework of when it's going to move away from this high-intensity warfare that we're seeing to an operation that's more targeted. We've seen more airstrikes confirmed by the IDF today, particularly around southern Gaza. We've also seen rocket flurries coming over from Lebanon once again. The IDF saying it's responded with its own wave of airstrikes across southern Lebanon. So I'm not sure we'll get any major announcements out of that war cabinet meeting around a change of tact on the ground, but it comes, as you say, as the international community and many aid agencies are warning about the situation in Gaza and the escalating humanitarian crisis.
Trent, a word about continuing attacks on ships in the Red Sea. What's going on?
Well, we have seen these reports confirmed by the US Navy that there was a pretty serious incident overnight involving a ship, a Maersk Hangzhou, as it's known. It flies under the flag of Singapore. Now, the US Navy says it responded to distress calls from that vessel with 4 boats, small boats, launched from Yemen, operated by Houthi rebels, reportedly trying to board that ship in what seems to be a hijacking attempt. Now, responding to those distress signals, the Navy said it dispatched helicopters from the USS Eisenhower aircraft carrier. Those helicopters then reportedly came under fire from the Houthis aboard those vessels. Those helicopters then returned fire, sinking 3 of those small boats and the other 4th one fleeing the scene. Now, this comes as international shipping companies were just starting to return to the Red Sea, given what we have seen there in recent weeks. The arrival of the US and others onto the scene with their naval assets seemingly hasn't deterred the Houthis from continuing to launch these types of operations and attacks on commercial ships. Maersk, the owner of this particular ship, says that the vessel wasn't damaged. It did reportedly receive a missile strike, that it's still seaworthy, but the company has said it now is once again, having already reversed its decision earlier, it once again now is suspending all of its traffic in the Red Sea for the next 48 hours.